Hi, I'm Buzz Lagos. Welcome to this week's analysis. Minnesota's on the road for 2 games this past week. They earned 2 points. Minnesota, together with the other contenders for that final playoff spot, seem to be treading water as the season winds down. In their next 3 games, the Loons will likely need 9 points to capture that 4th spot in the combined standings. We'll look at a highlight from their game against Puerto Rico and preview their next opponent, FC Edmonton. Let's go to the monitor.
52nd minute, 0-0 the score. Vicentini, Cruz, now Venegas. Cruz a step out of Kafari, Cruz still, Venegas. Too far for an outstretched Pino and out of play.
So Minnesota's in Puerto Rico at the second half. They're trying to desperately get a goal to earn the 3 points from this game and their battle for the playoffs. We see Damian Lowe with the ball. Puerto Rico's pulled back, basically giving Minnesota their half of the field and letting them play out. Lowe finds Giuliano Vicentini. Giuliano gets his head up. And notice the craftiness of a defensive midfielder with Giuliano's experience. He's got Kevin Venegas wide. Puerto Rico's probably anticipating it's going to go wide to Venegas. But he also, we can't see with the screen, but we see that he's going to actually find Danny Cruz splitting those defenders. Again, we saw this the last couple of weeks, the penetrating passes by Pitchcole, and suddenly this pass beats 1, 2, 3 Puerto Rican defensive players. What would we like to see happen off the ball? A couple points we make overall. Again, a great penetrating pass by Giuliano Vicentini. Cruz gets it to Venegas. Again, there's a little bit more of a strong run by Danny Cruz. Would have gotten rid of some of the drama with the almost tackles, but he gets to it. Now off the ball we're looking. What are Ben Spees and J.C. Banks doing? Are they going to trust it's going to get through? And it's a tough judgment call overall, because if Puerto Rico wins it, they're off to the races. If Cruz gets to it and he finds Venegas and we get a cross in, they're not going to score from this far away. So ideally we'd like to see Ben Spees and J.C. Banks take a risk. We need players in the penalty area to score goals, take on those Puerto Rican defenders. So ideally when the ball gets through, we should see Spees moving more into the box, J.C. Banks getting in the box, and especially when it pops through. Now, Spees should be making a far post run. Pino's made the near post run already. J.C. Banks should be in the middle of the field by the penalty spot. That's what Minnesota needs to score goals. They need more players in the box. It's not going to happen with a 1 versus 3 in this situation in general. Could, yes. Likely, no. But when we count the Puerto Rican defenders in the penalty area right now, 2, 4, 6, 7 defenders, and right now only 3 Minnesota players in the penalty area. J.C. Banks isn't quite in there yet, but we need more in that space, more committed to attack, more committed to get in that box, and we're getting those crosses in. If that doesn't happen in the future games, Minnesota is still going to struggle to score goals. And now we'll look at a play from Minnesota's next opponent, FC Edmonton.
Back and you have that same thing happen to you, and both teams have said that they've got extra footwear ready to change. I know in warm-ups you take a look and see what you've got, but this field is very slick, very hard in this condition.
Eckersley, Dustin Korea with and the goal! He's done it!
Okay, so we see Tampa's trying to play the ball back. It was a very skillful touch by Mackenzie Weary, playing the ball to King over the top. King gets a touch and lays it down the flank to Avila. Avila controls, and he suddenly gets a little bit of a lost touch, and King has brought his defender, Fordyce, into the area, and Fordyce just sees a little loose ball and very skillfully just gets a one-touch, sole-of-foot pass to his teammate, Eckersley, who was able to quickly beat both King and Avila and run into space. We see Correa curling his run outside as Eckersley moves forward the ball. He finds Correa with space. Defenders are all retreating. And we see the attack developing now for Edmonton with Amiobi charging forward. He sees that Fisk looks like he'd likely make a near post run. He's going to try to get in that box beyond Fisk in case the ball comes over the top. Other Edmonton runners are getting up into that penalty area too, making that strong run. But what a great darting run by Fisk just to beat the Tampa defender, just get a nod on the ball. We see Amiobi in a pretty good position by the penalty spot in case anything's loose. We see Nick Law ready to get into the box too in case anything bounces loose. So it's a pretty dynamic attack by Edmonton. However, just a great little flick by Fisk to just get that ball dipping right in front of Pickens to just sneak inside that near post area and give Edmonton an early 1-0 lead over Tampa. With the playoffs on the line, this is an exciting part of Minnesota's season. I hope to see you at the final 2 home games to provide the fan support that may make the difference in Minnesota earning that final playoff spot.